Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something big, a massive shift in the digital world that could literally make or break your online presence. We're talking about the huge move away from search engines and towards answer engines. All right, let's just jump right in with a question that honestly cuts right to the chase. For what feels like forever, the big goal was simple, right? Get to the top of that Google search page. But what if that page is basically going extinct?
You know the drill. For decades, it's been the same thing. You type something into Google, and you get that list of 10 blue links. It's a list of possible places to find what you're looking for. But that's all changing. Now, with generative AI like ChatGPT and Gemini, wow, it's a totally different game. You don't get a list of links anymore. You get a single, clean, integrated response. You get the answer itself, not just a bunch of doors you have to open to find it.
And look, this isn't just some fancy new feature or a little update we can ignore. No way. This is a completely new digital reality, and we all need to wrap our heads around it like yesterday. So that old playbook we all learned, SEO, search engine optimization. It was all about getting someone to click your link. But in this new world, that's just not going to cut it. It's not about showing up on Google anymore. It's about being in the answers that ChatGPT, Copilot, and Gemini spit out. Your information has to become the very fabric of the AI's response.
So you might be thinking, okay, what happens if I just don't? What if I ignore all this and just keep doing my thing? Well, the risk here isn't just about falling a little bit behind. We're talking about the very real, very scary possibility of becoming completely invisible online.
Think about it. If your content isn't built for AI, your brand just won't get mentioned, period. And what's worse, the AI will just turn to your competitors and use their data to create its answers. You're literally handing the entire conversation over to them. And on top of that, you run the risk of the AI just making stuff up about you, using old, outdated, or just plain wrong info. And you'll have almost no way to fix it. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Whoever controls AI responses controls the digital conversation. It is absolutely a zero-sum game. If you're not the source for that AI's answer, you can bet someone else is. So the billion-dollar question becomes, how do you get into that conversation? How do you become the source?
Well, the answer is a brand new strategy, a whole new discipline built just for this new era. It's called GEO, and it's a completely new way forward for anyone who wants to be seen online. So GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. And you can think of it like this. It's a strategy that's all about making sure your content isn't just seen by search engine bots, but is actually read, understood, and most importantly, trusted by AI models. The goal is to get them to use your information when they're crafting their answers.
This means you've got to shift your entire mindset. The race is no longer about getting the top spot on a list to maybe win a click. Now you're competing to become the foundational authority, the trusted source that the AI itself depends on to inform millions of people. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how is this GEO thing different from the SEO I've spent years learning? And that's a great question. While they can work together, their goals are fundamentally different. So let's break it down. SEO's main goal was always rankings, right? Use keywords, get backlinks, hope for clicks and traffic. But GEO, its whole objective is to be cited by the AI. The main techniques aren't just keywords anymore. They're things like structured data, semantics, which is just a fancy way of saying the meaning and relationships between ideas, and building real digital authority. And here's the kicker. Success isn't measured in clicks anymore. It's measured in AI mentions and how accurate the AI's information about you is.
All right, so this all sounds great in theory. But how do you actually do it? How do you put GEO into practice? Well, a really effective strategy is built on 5 core pillars. These are what turn your content into something an AI can actually trust.
So here are the 5 building blocks. It all starts with structured data, making your content easy for a machine to read. Then it has to be accurate and consistent. You also have to focus on the big concepts, not just stuffing in keywords. And you've got to build real-world authority. And for some industries, it even means getting into custom AI training.
Okay, let's make this super concrete. Take that first pillar, structured data. For an e-commerce business, this isn't some abstract idea. It means literally using something like OpenAI's product feed spec to clearly label every single piece of information about your product. The unique ID, the price, whether it's in stock right now. You're leaving nothing to chance. You're telling the AI exactly what's what, so it doesn't have to guess.
And now let's jump to pillar 3, semantic optimization. This is a huge leap from old-school SEO. It's about getting way beyond basic keywords like cheap running shoes. It's about proving you have a deep, contextual understanding of your topic. You're showing the AI how things like foot pronation, marathon training, and a right shoe cushioning are all connected. This is how an AI learns to recognize true expertise.
And finally, let's talk about pillars like digital authority. This is all about sending trust signals to the AI. I mean, think about it. When an AI sees your brand being mentioned in big media outlets, cited by other experts, and getting tons of positive reviews, what does it learn? It learns that your content isn't just neatly structured, it's actually credible. It's trustworthy.
So all of this whole shift from lists to answers, the risks of being invisible, these new strategies, it all boils down to one single, incredibly important question for any business, any brand, anyone trying to be found online today. If there's one thing you take away from this explainer, let it be this: the goalposts have moved. It's not about being the best link on the page anymore. The new goal, the only goal, is to be the trusted, authoritative source that the AI itself quotes.
So, as you walk away from this, here's the one question you really need to ask yourself. In this new world of AI-powered answers, are you actively building a legacy of knowledge that's going to make you a source for the future? Or are you just risking becoming a memory, a footnote from the old web?